Welcome everyone, I'm Izzy from Minerva. Today we have a really fun little video all about how to hack our gorgeous Savannah dress sewing pattern. This is the one that you can see behind me here, and I'm going to talk you through very simply how to adapt this sleeve feature here. We are going to create and recreate and hack this pattern to create a 3/4 length gathered sleeve to add into the shape of the sleeve here. It's going to look really pretty and dramatic. As you follow along today, you're obviously going to need your Savannah dress sewing pattern cut out in your size, and fabric. We're going to be sewing it up in this beautiful Minerva Exclusive fabric, which will link below the video as well for you. In addition, you're going to need your standard pattern drafting tools, which are listed next to me right here. Now here at Minerva, we have filmed a number of different sort of supporting videos for you. So this video is all about how to hack our gorgeous Savannah dress sewing pattern. But if you're not sure sort of all the steps of how to sew it, we have filmed a sew along, which is really helpful in addition to all the sort of lovely step-by-step instructions that you've got in the book. And also we've filmed a fabric recommendations video, so you can see exactly what type of fabric is going to work really well for this pattern. So do go and check out those two videos, and I've also filmed a nice fit video as well, so you can have a look at how to cut the right size if you're unsure about how to do that too. This video is just about how to alter the pattern. Today I'm wearing the patina blouse, which is a Friday Pattern Company's pattern, and I am wearing it in our Minerva Exclusive Viscose Chalet in Tropic Days. We'll tag those two products below the video as well in case you're interested in replicating it. Okay, let's get straight on into it. Let's talk about this sleeve and how to adapt it and lengthen it. I think the inspiration behind this really was that this is a lovely sort of summer dress, but in the winter you may just want to extend, you know, the sleeves a little bit longer just for a little bit of added warmth. I thought it was a really nice little feature to have a look at. Okay, so we're looking at these two pattern pieces. We're looking at our side front and our side back, because this is where the armhole is. Now you can see the armhole has a really nice little curve, but we don't currently have a sleeve pattern piece to put into it. All we've got is our nice rectangle for the armband to go on the top. So we are going to draft in a very nice, simple little way, a really cute little sleeve. Looking back at our pattern pieces, what's really interesting about the sleeve arm side is that if we pop one over the other, you'll see that actually the pattern pieces at the arm side are exactly the same in terms of their curve. This is really common for jersey patterns, and it's going to make our life a little bit easier. So it doesn't matter which pattern piece you take. As a guide, I'm just going to use the back pattern piece. Take a new sheet of paper, draw a line straight down, and then square it across. Next, just working along the arm side line, I want you to mark on your seam allowance for your pattern piece all the way around your arm side. Using a little owl, I'm just going to poke a hole in the pattern piece at that junction where the seam allowance hits the top of the shoulder and arm side there, and also underneath the arm at this point here. I'm then going to line up where the seam allowance is with the top corner of my little line guides that I drew previously. And I'm just going to rotate the pattern piece along until this side, so this seam, is running sort of in line with this line here. So just rotating it across until it hits there. Then mark a point onto the paper below where that dot, where that seam allowance is. And you can see it right there. Line your ruler up with the side line up here until it hits the reference point you just drew, and then mark a point that is 1 centimetre away from that point. Then mark a point that is 2 centimetres along this top line. Join those two reference points with a straight guideline. Measure the length of that line and divide it by 3. And then mark the line into 3 sections. Now at this point what we're trying to do is draw in our sort of sleeve head, so it's all looking really pretty and nice. Mark a point that is 1 centimetre above that line. Divide this line into 2, and at that point drop a point 7 millimetres below that line. And then we basically just want to draw in a really nice curve, cutting through that reference point, through that point there, and then down and straight across. Then just square all the way down to the bottom of your sheet of paper. Wonderful. So basically we've actually just gone and drafted a very simple sleeve head. It's much flatter than what you'd probably see as a standard sleeve head, but that's because it's going into a jersey sleeve and it's a dropped sleeve, and actually it's not a particularly exaggerated curve. So I'm not expecting it to look, you know, really dramatic and have a really high head. This is absolutely fine. So now that we've got the basics of our sleeve head and we've got the basics of our sleeve, let's determine the length, and then we're going to add those gathering details. So working from the underarm, I'm actually just going to extend my sleeve 30 centimetres long and then just square across. Okay, what we now want to do is to extend and add more volume into the bottom of our pattern piece right here. So we're going to use the slash and spread method to do this. Draw a line straight underneath your armscye line. Measure the distance, tap it into your calculator and divide it by 3. Draw 3 parallel lines that run all the way up to the top of your sleeve head. Cut along these lines, leaving a pivot point up at the top of the sleeve head. So we've now got the opportunity to slash and spread, leaving a pivot point up at the top. We can just open up these little bits to create a really nice wide cuff down at the bottom. So I'm just going to open out both of the little gaps by 3 centimetres. And then this one down here, I'm just going to open up again by 3 centimetres and tape it down. Okay. What I'm now going to do is add like a sort of temporary centre line with an extra piece of paper here. And what I really want to do is to open out the centre of the sleeve by half the distance that I've opened up these ones by. And that's simply because I've only drawn and drafted half the sleeve, haven't I? And I'm going to be cutting it on the fold. So I want to add in the same amount of volume all the way around the sleeve in even chunks. So I've only got half a sleeve here currently, and every sort of 7 centimetres I've added in 3 centimetres of volume. If I then reflect this pattern piece straight over onto the other side and, you know, imagine that's cut on the fold, I would then actually have 14 centimetres of sleeve width here that hasn't been extended. So it's not going to have an even amount of volume kind of evenly distributed along the bottom of the sleeve here. So in order to resolve that, I'm going to grab this little piece of paper, pop it here, and then just pivot it out half the distance of whatever else I have increased it by over here. So for me, I increase these by 3 centimetres. So this one up here, I'm just going to increase by 1.5 centimetres, just like that. So all I'm going to do is to mark a point that is 1.5 centimetres away from that bottom of the existing sleeve. Then going to measure the length of my sleeve, which is 36, and keeping my ruler up at this top point up here, lining it up with that point there, I'm going to draw a line that is 36 centimetres long. And then this then becomes the side of my sleeve. Now then, we are going to add seam allowances in a minute to our pattern piece. However, let's just design our little cuff down at the bottom next. The easiest way to draft your cuff is literally to grab a tape measure and wrap it round the point where you know your sleeve is going to finish, and just take that measurement. For me, it's about 19 centimetres. Now, really, we want to honour the design and honour the kind of the scale of everything that's happening with the dress behind us. So the sleeve band, the armband, which was here, is this pattern piece here, which is pattern piece D. So really, I want the bottom of my cuff to be the same width as whatever this is, in order just to keep that nice cohesive design language of the garment retained. So I'm going to use my armband, pattern piece D, as a bit of a guide when I'm drafting out the cuff of my sleeve. So let's just measure the width of that pattern piece. It's 8 centimetres. That'll be the same for everybody. So I'm just going to draw a line that is 8 centimetres long. Next, whatever your cuff circumference is, we're going to draw a line that is that long. So tap in your arm circumference, so the circumference that you want for your cuff, and then add 3 centimetres, and that's just for your seam allowance. 1.5 at either end. And then draw a line that is however long you need it to be. For me, it's 21. Then just square off all of that to make a nice rectangle. Annotate that to say it's the Savannah Dress sleeve cuff cut 2. This one already has our seam allowance included because we actually just copied the shape of this one and just shortened it to be the length that we needed. So that pattern piece is now completely done, ready to cut out and cut out a fabric. However, this one, we need to add our seam allowances to it. So let's grab some tracing paper and we'll just trace those seam allowances over the actual sleeve next. So we've added a seam allowance to the sleeve head, around the side of the sleeve and also down the bottom of the sleeve down here for the hem so it can attach onto the sleeve cuff. I have not added a seam allowance here because I'm going to place that on the fold. Let's annotate that pattern piece next. Place on fold. And then the grain line is going to run parallel with this place on fold line, which is the centre of the sleeve. Let's label our pattern piece. This is the Savannah Dress sleeve cut 2 on fold. Wonderful. So now we've done all of the alterations that we need in order to create this lovely new little aesthetic of a big gathered sleeve, very dramatic. So we can cut out those pattern pieces. Obviously you do not need to cut out your armband piece because we have removed the need for that and replaced the armband with our new sleeve piece and our sleeve cuff piece. Okay, so we've followed steps 1 to 11 so far. Everything's all prepped. We've got the front and the back, the pockets have been done. We've not put the sleeve band in or the armband yet, and this is the point where we're going to detour from the main instructions. So step 12 relates to the armband piece, but the technique for step 12 is exactly the same as the technique that we're going to do for our sleeve cuff, even though obviously it's a little bit smaller. So the very first thing that we want to do is just to put them right sides together and then just sew along the short side seams. Then once you've sewn those seams together, just press them open. Next, fold the sleeve cuff in half so the raw ends are aligned and wrong sides are together. And this creates a really nice finish for the cuff. Pop those to one side and we're now going to prepare the sleeve. So we've got 2 sleeve pieces. The first thing we're going to do is just sew down the side seam to make it into one big continuous sleeve. So do that for both sleeve pieces. Once you've sewn the seam and finished it, I've overlocked the finish. What we want to do now is just prepare the gathers around the bottom of the sleeve down here. So all I'm going to do is run 2 lines of big long stitches, basting stitches all the way around, reinforcing the lines of stitches at the beginning and then leaving a nice long trail of thread at the end so I can pull on it when I'm doing my gathering. And both those 2 lines of stitches are going to be within the seam allowance. So the first line is going to be 5mm offset from the raw edge, and the second one will be 1 centimetre offset from the raw edge. I'm going to use a straight stitch for this, and the stitch line is going to be around 4 or 5mm long. Okay, so just like this, so we've got our 2 loose strands of thread on the top here, reinforced at the beginning, and then we just looped all the way around. Repeat for the other sleeve. Once you've done that prep work to the sleeve, the bottom of the sleeve, we're then going to put the sleeve head into the dress. Because the sleeves have been drafted exactly the same on the front and the back of the sleeve pattern piece, it doesn't matter which sleeve you attach to which side, but what we do want to do is get right sides together. So let's feed that sleeve into the armscye, and we've got our right sides of our fabric together. We're just going to line up that seam for the underarm seam and the side seam together. And then just continue to pin the sleeve head into the armscye all the way around. And once you've pinned it in place, we're just going to sew using our standard 1.5 centimetre seam allowance and finish using your preferred method. Okay, lovely. It's looking like we've got a really nice sort of dropped sleeve there at that point that just sort of continues on and then just comes down really elegantly. It's not coming out a sharp line, it's just looking really nice, simple, in line with sort of the aesthetics of the dress already. So let's sort out this cuff now at the bottom. So we want a really nice dramatic gather down at the bottom, and basically you want to gather all of this so it comes into this tiny little cuff here. It's going to be really heavily gathered. So I'm going to grab my two threads from the underside and just knot them together, and then I'm just going to start gathering it before I put the cuff in, simply because it's easier that way, isn't it? Once you've gathered it to a point where you think it's just about the same sort of size as the cuff, you can just slip the cuff over so that all three raw edges are aligned. Then line up the side seam of the sleeve with the side seam of the cuff and just pin that in place nice and carefully. And then if you need to do just a little bit more pinning to get the sleeve to sit nice and straight inside the cuff, that's great. And then just continue to gather your sleeve until it is the same circumference as your cuff. Okay, once it's all sewn, it's going to look something like that, which is looking really gorgeous. You can see the lovely gathers, which are looking really nice all the way around, and also on the inside it's just been finished really nicely with a bit of overlocking on the inside. It's looking really nice. So repeat that whole process for the other sleeve on the other side, and then continue sewing the remaining steps of the neckband and the hem following the instructions in the booklet. So that's steps 15 to 19. All right, let's take a look at this transformation now. And here's our Savannah dress with our beautiful 3/4 length sleeve, which has a lovely gathered cuff and just has such a lot of volume and drama to it. Obviously, you can change the amount of volume that you add into the sleeve by how much you slash and spread it. So I hope you found that really helpful, really inspiring, a lovely little technique to see how to actually add a sleeve into a sort of effectively sleeveless or dropped sleeve garment. Here at Minerva, we love to see all the things that you are making at home. Please do create a free account on our website where you can upload all your photos of all the things you've been sewing at home. We love to see what the maker community is making. Do tag our fabric and the patterns as well. It's always really helpful for other people to see what you've made and how it looks in the fabric that you've picked. So do please set up your own account on our Minerva website and share your makes with us. I look forward to seeing anyone else's version of this 3/4 length gathered sleeve on our Savannah dress sewing pattern. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.